Football, for the love of the game.
Hello guys, thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is the final AFCON Daily Show, and thank you for your love, for always showing the support. It's not been easy, I try to be consistent to try and come live sometimes, or just just try and do a brief recording section for you guys. So this is the final day. I was meant to come live yesterday, but I needed time to process those that the information. That's the reason why I didn't come live yesterday. But this is recorded part. Guys, just like the video because it's very easy to forget, and also share it too. So congratulations to Senegal, AFCON 2025 champion, well deserved. The team fought for it. And shout out to the people of Senegal, the Terengalians of Senegal. They are now the African champions. So when Senegal won their first AFCON, that was 2022, 2022, we had 3 AFCONs there in Nigeria, but now they have 2. So one more AFCON win for Senegal, they will equal Nigeria. Imagine a country that not even played the final for until 2002, was it until 2002? Yeah, just to tell you that they actually were progressing. But shout out to the academy, to also the FA president and the country. The president too is so intentional about what he's doing and developing football. I'm talking about the president, not even the FA president. So when Senegal, I know before they started this game, there have been like issues of maybe probably not allocating enough tickets to them, trying to train the Mohammed 5 complex where they think that the camera there, they could snitch on them. So they challenged everything. So Morocco to respond there, they did give them security, they did everything for them to frustrate them, to make them uncomfortable. But Senegal was up to it. Senegal learned from Nigeria, they learned from Cameroon. And that is the purpose. Nigeria did not learn from Cameroon. So they fought, they got more tickets. Nigeria too got tickets, and they sold their tickets to to Morocco. But that one is going to be a story for another day. Senegal line up with a 4-2-2-2 on paper, but it can easily be 4-3-3. And most times they even change to a 5-4-1 during the game. Morocco too approached the game against Senegal like the way they did against Cameroon and also against Nigeria. So they didn't. Why will you change? You was successful against Nigeria, was successful against Cameroon. Yeah, 2 of them. But it's just the tactics. The Senegalese approached their game with caution slightly. They realized that Morocco formed mid-block, so they were so patient. They were patient to get the Moroccans out. So you can see the triangle pass between Mamadou Sarr, Niakite, and Gueye, and Idrissa Gueye, the Everton player. They were patient, they were passing between themselves just to invite the Moroccans actually out. So, and it got to a stage that when they get up, the 3 in front, Ilimani Idiaye, Nicholas Jackson, and Sadio Mane, they are both ball playing players, so they can move the ball one touch quickly. And I think that I don't want to go into the Nigerian game too. I think that players like Lukman and Anko can learn from these two. 1-2 pass. In a game of that magnitude, you need 1-2 pass. Don't dwell on the ball for so long. 1-2, then you are already through. Don't try to drive like the way Lukman was trying to do. So in the first half, for me, I think Senegalese, they were like having the upper hand. They had the upper hand in the first half. They did the pace of the first half. They did so many things. They even nearly scored. They did so many things. And surprisingly, Brahim Diaz and Hakimi, probably one of their best players against Cameroon and against Nigeria. But I think Bruno kept them quiet but they were like so bad in this final. Diouf and Mane, did so well in that area. So for me, I think the Senegalese, they did a very good job too on that. So Senegal was very patient. Nakite, Gay, and Amat and Sa, they were so patient to beat from the back. So, and if you look at the second half, I think Morocco adjusted their formation slightly and they started getting opportunities in the second half. And I think Yusuf Kabi nearly scored. He opened his body up, and he passed. He actually he missed from a very close range. I think in the first half, even Ilimani Ijaye nearly scored when he was through and go from a very beautiful pass. That's one thing about this Senegalese team. They are very fluid going forward. And this is the difference between this team and the team that was coached by Alois Cisse. The Alois Cisse team is very defensive, resolute, flat 4-4-2 formation, very rigid. But this team is like free flowing, and I think this Patel really understands how to use these boys. I'm tipping them to do very well during the World Cup. So, and there was issue of the Senegalese goal. For me, I think the referee was horrible again today. I don't know what we're going to do about this referee in Africa. I just think that it's only Tom Abongele that could come out of this AFCON and say that, okay, you know what? I did my job. I performed very well. The referee in Dala in the final today was horrible. Like, this was like the different to AFCON in 2023. This was horrible. When you still had the Papa Gasamas of this world again, it's so horrible. Like, I don't know what we're gonna do, because with what is going on, I'm gonna train these guys to be independent. How are we gonna the refereeing has been appalling. Is it due to the pressure or the occasion? Has been very crazy. There's been one incident of refereeing from one game to the other. Algeria versus Burkina Faso, clear mistakes. Mali against Morocco, horrible referee. Comoros, everything. You just look at it in a way that even Algeria against Nigeria, I believe that the refereeing was even not good. It was just crazy. So I don't know why the referee blew foul on Hakimi, and I think Hakimi to complete the act. He did something against Moise Simon, pretending that they fouled him, diving and everything. I don't know when Hakimi started diving. So he dived, the referee blew the whistle, but it was a goal. Senegal did not really protest that much, but if it was Morocco, they would have asked for a VR review and everything. But just 1 minute later, Morocco got a penalty. For me, it was a penalty, because in the box 18 there, you can't just put your hand on. You can't put your hand directly on on the player and drag it. The player was also play acting. I think he leaned on Diouf's, and I'm talking about Brahim Diaz. He leaned slightly on Diouf's and to try and fall on him. It was a slight push, but the referee, when they called the referee to review it on VAR, I knew that they don't give the penalty, because they can't put your arm around it. Then violence broke out. Senegalese fans, different from Nigeria fans. Senegalese fans, they wanted to maybe probably uproot that stadium. They fought, they threw share and everything. These are like proper fans, they threw share and everything. I don't support violence, actually. They threw share and everything. They were smacking. They did all sorts of things. And Papatia too, Senegalese coach, asked his players to leave the pitch. For me, I think that is a very bizarre circumstances too, because for a coach to ask his players to leave the pitch. And what made me even funny was that most of the Senegalese players are not even born in Senegal. That they are used to this African, these atmospheres during AFCON. But Nakite was asking them to come out and they're not playing again. These diasporan boys in Senegal, I think they are properly integrated to the culture. I don't know. They were dragging it. Let's go out. Let's go. So after like 12 minutes, they resolve it because the rule says that if you are out for 15 minutes, you're going to forfeit the game. So after 12 minutes, I don't know who, because if the game was forfeiture, they would have been the worst AFCON ever in the history of the African continent. And they would have put a bad image on CAF. I think, for me, I'm going to say it here now. I think Patrice Motsepe should resign. I don't think he's fit enough to lead CAF. I don't think so. We've been seeing like horrible referees in the past. Mami Dami in 2000, referee Diriba in 1988. But this is a different level. Like, it's just one match. But this game is a different level entirely. So for me, I think that I don't know how to explain it, but I saw Sadio Mane being called by Elagi Diouf. Elagi Diouf was on the phone. I don't know who he was talking to. I didn't know what happened in that 12 minutes, but they came out, and there was a Penenga, and Mendy saved. My issue is this. The issue is not about the Penenga that Mendy saved. Why, when Mendy saved that, this was it's like a lifeline for Senegal to continue. Anytime a referee save a goalkeeper save a penalty like that, there's going to be celebration. You can carry the goalkeeper up, but it was like it was saving corner kick. It was just like a routine. The Moroccan player too, they just continued the game. No showing of like remorse and everything. So I was wondering what did happen there. Did Patrick Motsepe tell them, and did anybody come down to intervene and say that, okay, you know what? She is going to miss this penalty, then we're going to continue to extra time that way. For me, I don't think anybody can convince me that was not deliberate. Because I don't think so. He missed. No sign of remorse. He just said he was crying later, but at that point in time, if you miss a penalty that will have to take your country to win the AFCON last week of the game, you should be, why did I do this? They were just walking. The Senegalese did not say, yes, we did it. They didn't celebrate. They just continued their game. So, what happened there? What happened? Who made the call? You can see clearly that the game is in disrepute, honestly. And this is what you get when the love for the game is no longer there. It's more about the love for the money. This is what happens when you try to mix too much money, entertainment into the game. It dilutes the beautiful game. Other continents just be looking at us like this. Look at what's doing. For me, this is the worst AFCON final in the history of AFCON. And you can challenge me anywhere. See, and for me, nobody can convince me that it wasn't staged. Third, aftermath, when Papatiao was when he was actually trying to have his press conference, they boo him and they walk off. So they had to cancel the press conference. But the issue is this. Let's go at it this way. If Papatiao did not ask his players to leave, I think they'll just cheat them and leave. I don't condone his behavior, but I think that was a masterstroke. And that was it. If the penalty was taken, then I think if he didn't convince the players to leave, I think that was the masterstroke. I think so. So, what did we learn quickly from this AFCON final? For me, I think Morocco is a very bad host. No matter the holiday destination, it's just good for you to go on holidays there. The people are nice when you're a tourist. But in terms of football, we want to host. I just think that Morocco is a very bad host. So what did it tell Wabali? That they couldn't do it to Mendy. And I was saying that why Amaso Basoge is not useful to the team. He doesn't warm up. He's fancy result that warms up. why can't he come and stay beside Mwabali during that Moroccan game? He was stealing his towel and everything. So I was just like, maybe they didn't think about it. Maybe they didn't think about it. It could be that. So what is different between this Senegalese team and Nigerian team? I think the difference is mentality and fighting spirit. I think Senegalese knew that they are up against it. They up against Morocco. They're up against officiating. They need to go there and fight. So and I think that's the reason why I think they slightly actually edged it. So, and also too, you have to respect the quality of players too. For you to start in India, bring on Papa Matasa, no Papa Matasa, Mamadousa after. You have Papa Matasa on the bench. You have Lamin Camara coming in. You have these players that are seasoned starters for that club. And I think the quality of players too. I think they have the better quality of players. So, congrats to Senegal. Second AFCON triumph, but this AFCON will go into the history book as one of the most controversial AFCON in the history. And we hope that this will not continue. I think CAF need to wake up. CAF need to wake up. I think under Patrice Motsepe, I think what we should do now is that I don't think Patrice Motsepe should continue. I think he's too weak. So this CAF is too weak. It's too weak. He's going to get bullied. And during the celebration too, the Prince of Morocco, they asked him to present the trophy to Senegal. He just used his hand to touch it. He ignored that. That is not his sportsmanship, behavior. And you can see celebration in the street of Algiers, in the street of Glida, just to show that Morocco did not win it. Tanzania, everybody was happy that Senegal won. What did Morocco do? So Morocco has formed like this enemy, Similar to Nigeria and Morocco seem to be similar because during the last AFCON, majority of Africans celebrated when Africans beat Nigeria in the final. So what do you expect? Guineans, Senegalese celebrated, Ghanaians celebrated, South Africa celebrated, everybody celebrated that lost that final to Africans. So I don't know what to say. But guys, that is that on my AFCON Daily Show. Guys, like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. So back to our Friday Night Football Club. Maybe sometimes I don't want to, I will look for a way to maybe come live some other times too and engage with you, when there's any key issues to discuss. I'll be your host, thank you guys for your time. And that is AFCON 2025 over. I will see you in 18 months' time when we're going to have the AFCON in Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda. God bless you. Listen to me. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and God bless the continent of Africa. I will see you in the next one. Thank you, and God bless.
Dance football for the love of the game.